Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, I certainly do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer, guys, comes from Founders Brewing Company. This is their 2019 edition of CBS. This was sent to me by my beer brother Rico. And guys, we went through this. I did a very long video on the 2017 edition that he had sent me. I had previously posted during the KBS series that I wasn't going to post anything else from those, and I explained that on the 2017 video, which was like almost 25-minute video, which I apologize for rambling on and on and on and on. Guys, I don't buy their beers anymore because of what's going on with them selling out. They're not considered a craft beer brewery anymore. It's just more than 25%, according to the Brewers Association, declassifies them as a craft brewery. So they are not considered a craft brewery any longer since they have sold out to, I think, San Miguel out of Spain. I'm going to treat those beers just like Coors Miller has bought them out, or Heineken has bought them out, like Lagunitas has done, and AB InBev with the Goose Island Bourbon County series. If somebody pays for that beer and sends it to me, I feel obligated to review it because these beers are not cheap to buy, but I am not going to purchase them myself anymore. So he sent me this one recently. Last week I got this one in. So I decided to go ahead and do the 2017 and the 2019, which this one is, but I'm not going to buy them anymore. And these guys produce world-class beer, especially in the KBS and the CBS series. So I'm going to review them, guys, but I'm not going to spend my money on them anymore. I feel obligated. These are not cheap beers to buy, like I said. And he writes, 2019, 11.3% Imperial Stout brewed with a blend of coffees and imported chocolates and aged in spent bourbon barrels that have most recently been aged in pure Michigan maple syrup. He said he bought a 4-pack last week, and it was around 26 bucks for 4 of these little 12-ounce bottles. High dollar beer, guys. The date and ABV on the back of the label. And it says here 11.3% bottled on 9/30 of 19. So I'm not going to do another 25-minute video, guys. We're going to keep this one short and sweet. So with that being said, if you want to buy their beers, guys, that's up to you. It's your choice. I have said that before, but I am not going to spend my money on them anymore since they have sold out, and a lot of the controversy over the discrimination lawsuits going on with that brewery right now. A lot of people are on one side of the fence, a lot of people on the other. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to get political. If you want to buy their beers, buy them. If you don't want to buy them, don't buy them. That's the side I'm choosing. I'm not going to buy them anymore. So, with that being said, we're going to get on with this. We're going to jump over, because Beer Advocate clumps them all together. Where Untapped has this one listed as a 2019, 45 IBUs, 11.3%, which is what this one is. So we have the ABV, we got the IBUs, and we got the vintage, the date that was put in the bottle. So let's get on with it. Final beer of the evening for me. And I think this is the last Founders beers that I have in possession of. So unless somebody sends me something else, you may not see another one from me, because I'm not going to buy them. Even though this is probably a 10 beer. We're going to go right down the center on this beer. And they've reduced the size. As you've seen, the 2017 was a 22-ounce bomber. And now this one is a 12-ounce. So they figured out they can charge as much for a 12 as they can for a 22 and get away with it. Nice looking beer, about a finger of head, khaki colored head. Nice looking beer, guys. It is. And I'm sure it's going to be a tasty beer. To the nose we go. Oh yeah. Very pleasant. I'm getting the maple syrup, rich roasted malt, hints of caramel toffee and black molasses. A little bit of coffee notes in there. Bittersweet chocolate. What else do you want? in an Imperial Stout that's aged in maple barrels. Smells very, very delicious, guys. And like I said, it's a crying shame that these guys have done what they've done with selling out. The Brewers Association says if more than 25% of the brewery is owned by a big brewery, AB InBev, Heineken, San Miguel, they're not considered a craft beer brewery any longer. So these guys, the founders, are not considered craft beer anymore. Take it for what it's worth, guys. If that offends you, don't buy them. If it doesn't, keep buying them. Let's get it to the lips and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Thank you, sir. Now, being a fresh version, I am getting definitely more coffee notes on this one. Where the Coffee Fade 2017 edition that I did a week ago, not so much coffee. It had faded. This one is very prominent in the coffee. Very nice sweet maple syrup taste, rich roasted malt, hints of bittersweet chocolate and black molasses. A very, very tasty beer, guys. Not going to take that away from them. To me, it's an outstanding, delicious beer. Like I said, crying shame with what's going on with that brewery right now. It is a crying shame. I hate to hear it. And for these beers, the CBS and the KBS around here, not so much in other parts, closer to the brewery, you had to kiss somebody's ass to get your hands on these. Had to be on a list, had to know somebody, had to stand in line, and then you were only allowed to have one or two. So it's not that way in other parts of the country. It is here in this part of Virginia. So, and homie don't play that anymore. I don't stand in line and I don't kiss anybody's ass to get a beer. If I can get it, I can get it. If I got to jump through hoops to get it, they can shove it up there. That's right. So, homie don't play that anymore. So, this is a very tasty beer. If you can get your hands on it, you like the style of beer, you will probably be very impressed with it. So, I'm going to sip on this and we'll come back and give it a grade. Alright guys, I'm back, got a little left here. The bourbon notes are there, but they're very subtle. If you're looking for a huge bourbon note beer, this is not it. This seems to be a balanced beer between the maple syrup and the bourbon and the coffee and everything else there, guys. It is a very tasty beer. Like I said earlier, crying shame what's going on with that brewery. Now they sold out and the discrimination lawsuits and everything. Whether you're on one side of the fence or another, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to buy their beers anymore, but I am going to review them if they are sent to me, just like I do the Bourbon County Series Stouts and Series beers from Goose Island. So whether they trap your ass or not, I really don't give a shit. If somebody spends their money on it, send it to me, I am going to review it, just like I do, like I said, the Bourbon County Series beers. So I'm not going to purchase them, but they are going to get reviewed, and this is a very tasty beer. Yeah, I mean, if none of that stuff that's going on with the beer offends you, buy it up. It is a tasty beer. It is a world-class beer. It is a very tasty beer, and around here, it's very hard to get your hands on it. Not so much in some parts of the country, especially closer to the brewery, but around here, you got to kiss somebody's ass to get it. So, final chug. A very, very tasty beer, guys. I'm not going to take that away from them, no matter what's going on with the brewery right now. It is a very tasty beer, guys. It is an exceptional beer. It is a world-class beer. It is a 10 beer. Unfortunately, that may offend some people, but I'm being as honest as I can. It is a very tasty beer. The alcohol is well hidden for 11.3%. The maple syrup flavors and tastes are there. The bourbon notes are a little subdued for a lot of other bourbon barrel-aged beers that you can pick up, but still a pricey beer. I mean, anytime that they're putting it in some kind of barrel, it's going to cost you more. Whether it's whiskey, bourbon, rum, whatever, it's going to cost you more money. So it's a tasty beer to me, guys. I'm not going to take that away from it. It is a world-class tasting beer. So, You got my number. It's a 10. It's 100. Over to Beer Advocate, they say it is a 100. I agree, it is. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.46, which is in their A category, upper end of their A category. Not the best numbers I've seen from those guys, but worthy of the 10 grade, in my humble, honest opinion. And that's what it is. Just my opinion. Don't base what you're going to buy or taste or drink on what this old man is telling you. But this is a tasty beer. Crying shame with what's going on there. I've said that a couple times already, but it is what it is. It's the real world. It's the world we live in. Money talks, bullshit walks, and a lot of these guys, somebody comes in with a big handful of money, they're going to do what they think they need to do. So, it is what it is. So, if you've had the 2019 CBS Canadian Breakfast Stout from Founders Brewing, let me know what you think. Can we meet again? Let's go see what's in the fridge.